Talk to you soon. Bye.
Everything all right?
Yeah, Maggie's mother had a car accident in Monaco. It's pretty serious, but they said Cecile's gonna be okay.
That's good.
Maggie said her was buried princess grades without the tragedy.
She's pretty worried, huh?
Well, she isn't too close to her mother. And she feels like Cecile only calls her when she's in trouble. You know what? I'm gonna miss her. But hey, it's only a few weeks, right? Whoa, whoa, what happened?
I'm sorry.
What did I say?
Thank you for driving me home, Evan.
You didn't say a word the whole way, Amanda. Maybe I should go.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't you. I'm still reeling from what I heard in court.
Well, I didn't think anything Grandpa would surprise you at this point.
Yeah, well, neither did I. But that's one more thing I'm wrong about, isn't it?
Amanda, you're being too hard on yourself.
Can't help it.
Look, he cheated on you. He tried to stop you from walking again.
But to shoot himself to frame Vicky, that is just unthinkable.
Well, he's finished, Amanda.
How could I have married someone like that, Evan? What does that say about me?
How you doing, Lorna?
I've been better.
Yeah, it's gotta be rough. Finding out how much Grant was keeping from you. Here he is, lapping up sympathy for a hole he put in his own side.
If you've come here to gloat, Morgan, you don't need it.
We as in you and me, or you and Grant?
You saw how devastated he was. I feel so sorry for you.
You can say that after all that he's done to you and everybody else he says he cares about is right now?
I can say it. Because it's true.
Alistair didn't see a thing. Ryan scammed you into confessing, and you fell for it.
What's this? No snappy response?
Leave me alone. You got what you wanted.
Yes, I did. Justice, sis. That's all I ever wanted.
All I ever wanted was my son.
All you ever wanted was revenge from the moment Kirkland could take his first breath. It certainly did blow up in your face, didn't it? You just didn't think anyone else was smart enough to catch on to your twisted little plot to lock me up and steal my son.
You pushed me over the edge. I didn't know what I was doing.
Come on, you knew exactly what you were doing. Just thought you could get away with blasting yourself, playing the martyr and blaming me. But you forgot one critical element. I'm not fighting you alone anymore, Grant. I have Ryan on my side. And Ryan knows what a complete coward you are. As a matter of fact, he told Cass that you'd break on the stand before Alistair was even called to testify.
I was trying to hold on to my son. You did outrageous things for the very same reason.
What I did for Kirkland. So that he would never grow up to be anything like you. All you care about is yourself. You deliberately tried to make me look like a killer when you knew I was innocent.
You were never innocent.
Come on. What's the point of arguing, right? This con job you pulled on the whole country is over. As we speak, you're probably being served up for lunch in Washington. Come to think of it, I think an afterlife in hell would be like a week's vacation in Cancun when you take a good hard look at your future.
You could end all that.
What?
I can be a better person. If you just help me.
I thought you'd be home by now, but I guess
Oh, I
not.
think she's with Ryan.
Vic!
Hi, we're waiting for
How you doing?
Oh, my. Oh, you did a grand job, and I knew Victoria. She did make the right choice. She certainly did.
Thank you, Bridget. Listen, has anyone seen Vicky?
We thought she'd be with you.
Well, she probably had a few things to settle with Cass about the custody.
And we want to celebrate with you. If it's okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, no one knows how much this means to Vicky better than you guys do.
That's right.
Well, then we're going to start the party.
Yeah, good.
Matthew, would you take the
Yes.
cake, please? And I've got the most wonderful bottle of hooch. Bridget, I'm shocked. Oh, well, you shouldn't be shocked. Bridget, that's shocked. Victoria, she almost served me.
I'll
Oh,
get it. Hey.
Hello, I didn't know you had company. Look, maybe I shouldn't be here.
No, you definitely should, because it's because of you that Vicky's out and free. So why don't you tell us?
Where is Victoria?
Well, she's not here right now. I'm expecting her any minute.
Well, it's best for me not to intrude.
No, actually, it is best for you to intrude. Come on in. You also have a minute or two to tell me what's wrong.
Do you remember the night you came to me and you said that you thought your whole world was collapsing around you?
Right.
I think that was your phrase.
Mm-hmm. It's the night that Vicky told me about the baby switch.
You came to me, I think, for a sense of perspective and for hope. Now, I may ask you at some point to return that favor.
So why don't you ask me now?
Oh, no, I don't think the timing is really nice, right? But the weight of what happened to Grant today, it's, well, it was keenly felt by me, and the pain that he caused all around.
All of us felt that pain.
Yes, it made me feel something else, too. I find myself thinking of your mother. And I can't stop.
Listen, I know that you have to deal with the residue Grant left behind,
And that's all I can handle right now, Evan.
I see. Well, that's an answer not quite the one I was hoping for.
Please try to understand. I feel like a failure moving back into my mother's house again for the second time. I have to make a life for me and Allie, and it doesn't involve a man right now.
It's okay, Amanda. I get it.
Thank you.
I mean, when I showed up, you were in love with Grant. You don't just bounce back from that overnight.
Say that again. I never thought that Grant would hurt me and Allie the way he did.
Well, I heard how it hurt you, too. I hid my intentions. I tried to force things.
Evan,
It was...
you didn't marry me and run off and have an affair with someone. You didn't demoralize me and stand in the way of my recovery.
No, but I did make you doubt yourself in other ways.
Actually, you didn't. Listen, I think you need to hear something. I was never in love with you. Not then, and not now.
I know that.
Do you?
I just didn't realize how much you meant to me until I left Bay City.
Well, I know that I'm the one that brought up the subject, but I'm not really ready to talk about love and relationships in the past, and I just thought that maybe you should know that.
Fine. I won't push you. Not that you could be pushed.
But I might be ready to talk about dating.
Then you saw Annie Hall, right? Huh?
Sure
Do you remember the scene where Woody Allen and Diane Keaton are on their first date, right? And they're walking down the street and they're feeling weird and they're dealing with this small talk,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, he just hauls off and kisses her.
And he said, well, now we can go to dinner because we got the first kiss out of the way.
Well, we've had our first kiss,
But go for it, would he?
So what happened?
Oh, Rachel and I had a disagreement.
Right, you've had them before, you're gonna have them again. So what, you can't work through this one?
Oh, sure we will. It's just I hate any kind of estrangement from her.
No, I don't think I've ever seen you this upset.
Sometimes the past, even though it can never be changed, can cause us regret.
What are you talking? What has put you into this mood?
Hello,
Some
I'm
other
home. I'm free.
Congratulations, Victoria.
Thank you. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be off the hook.
We were just gonna have a little champagne.
No, I'm going to pass on the drink, thank you very much. But in anticipation, I would offer you I propose you a toast. Victoria, to you, and to your children, and to you, my son. May the time you share together be long and glorious. And now I'm off.
Dad, look, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Ryan.
Bye.
Night.
We're home.
Yeah.
We're free.
Yeah.
I think we can make up for lost time.
Vicky, but first we have a few things to.
We have a. Services is going to drop Kirkland off tomorrow. I mean, he was asleep, so I said let him stay the night. Besides, I thought we could put the time alone to good use.
Yeah, well, I think I can accommodate
so
you on that
particularly.
particularly, but you.
And me and Stephen and Kirkland.
You know
all
how
home
much I love
where
seeing
we
you
belong.
happy.
Good. I'm so glad because I asked you to have all night to show you just how happy I am
Mm-hmm.
and how much I love you.
Uh-huh. Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
We're not by ourselves.
Happy, not guilty to you. Happy, just best to you.
Happy, you can go free.
Now, Victoria, you're all just happy everything to you. Thank you. So could you do a verse or something about Grant being in the jail cell from hell?
Oh, no, not in a moment like this. We don't even speak his name.
No,
That's
Victoria,
right.
you're right. You're right. You've got everything now, and Grant has.
Grant has squat.
Right on. That's exactly what he
Right.
deserves. Yes, yes. Oh, now look. You better light, blow out the candles, dear. Come on now. Donna,
Where's the
would
champagne?
Would you, cut the
There
cake
you
better?
go.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
And I have to
Wait a minute.
Maybe later.
Later.
You see, I'm trying to seduce my fiancé.
Oh, but it's very good champagne. dear.
I think we should just
Oh,
go
there
and
you
have
go.
a party ourselves.
Okay. Let's
go.
Come on, Bridget.
Come on,
Right this way.
Bridget.
Oh, but
It's okay.
it's really
No,
very good.
I know it's good champagne. Well, we'll have to read a bit about it.
Ryan. Make a wish and blow out those candles. You don't want to start a fire. I already had my wish.
I prefer to be addressed as Countess or Madam. You may put them right there.
Sorry, lady. I meant Countess.
For your trouble.
Right.
Was that thank you?
Thanks. A heap.
An inauspicious beginning. Bay City General Hospital. I would like Senator Harrison's room number, please. Thank you. No, I will not be disturbing the senator tonight. But I would like to know when visiting hours are tomorrow. Thank you.
Please, mama, say, baby. My baby.
Oh, Joel. Joel, see this trophy theme we have going here?
Uh-huh.
Save these babies for the closet. And I do mean the one at home.
Frankie, what are you doing here?
Gee, I don't know. I work here.
Right. Listen, I know it doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but I got a method going here. Trust me, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, also known as the I can't get that gal out of my mind unpacking balloons.
Anyway, I got some water boiling on my hot plate. You want some coffee? Or maybe some of your disgusting tea?
Tea, please. But don't think I'm going to forget about your blonde.
Blonde. How'd you know she was blonde?
Lucky guess. Hi. Here you go, Harrison.
Hey.
Hot, black.
And muddy.
My talents lie in other areas.
Oh, yeah, and you proved that last night.
Hello? Hello, Dana. Uh-huh. No. No. I understand completely. Sure. Yeah, we'll be here all morning. All right. Thanks.
What was that all about?
Divine retribution.
Uh-huh. Excuse me?
Dana wants to talk to me about pressing charges against your brother. She thinks we have enough to nail him to the wall. Oh. I'm going after Grant Harrison.
Listen, sweetie, why don't you ask Candy to help you bring those upstairs, okay? I'll be up a little bit later, and we'll set them up any way you want.
Okay.
Okay?
This makes up for 50 million art lessons, Grandma.
50 million? Well, I'm just glad you're happy. That's all that counts.
Thank you, Abby.
Bye.
Listen, while Allie's upstairs, could we have a little talk for a minute?
Of course.
You all right, darling?
I've never been better.
I don't understand, how could you have gone over to Grant's? I mean, what were you thinking?
How can you even ask me that? Did you see Allie's face just now?
Yes, I did, but I just...
She's trying to reclaim her life, Amanda, and I would go to hell and back to help her do that. Wouldn't you?
Rachel, you say that as if those were the only two options. Ladies, I tell you, you leave me speechless. I mean, what is this? Are you both under this man's spell?
Carl, a child needs the love and support of both parents. I grew up without it, and so did Rachel. In fact, so did Vicky, and so did Ryan, and so did Grant. Does it have to go on and on? Come on, do we have to do this generation after generation? Can't we do better for this child?
Yes, we should try.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Grant was perfectly willing to let this child grow up just as he had, with no mother.
Yes, he was angry. But he also doesn't want Kirk to miss what he missed, and that is why I'm helping him. I was just hoping that you might understand. But I'm afraid now that Amanda's gonna think I'm turning on her, too.
Yes. I wouldn't blame her.
Oh, I'll make sure she understands that.
Thank you, Rachel. Here, I'll take him. I really should go now.
We'll do the right thing by this lovely boy.
I knew I could count on you. Listen, I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right.
And Carl,
Bye-bye.
Carl, it might help if you thought about Kirk and not Grant.
I am.
Well, she really knows her mind.
I tell you, I'm speechless. Now, you have never been taken in by Grant's so-called reformation. Now, Rachel, I want you to explain to me what it is in this man that makes intelligent women make such horrendous choices.
Many of these gift certificates did you give away?
Oh, as many as it took for the Babe Fest.
At the racquetball court.
It's a guy thing. It worked.
Oh, I hope so. They're expensive.
It was worth it, though. You know why?
Why?
Because Morgan finally admitted to me that he's in love with Lorna. And he's going to win her back. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Hey, kid, I've been meaning to ask you, did you try roses?
Oh, no. I mean, they're a little overdone. I mean, effective, but, you know, a little overdone. How about chocolate?
Always good. Can get a little expensive,
I bet
though.
he's bringing her here. What do you
That's
bet?
it. That's it, right.
What do you suppose he's doing to win her back?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Anchovies or no?
Here, let me get this straight.
Anchovies?
Oh, yes, please, on the side. So there's this troubadour, right?
Manrico, il Trovatore.
And he's in love with Leonora.
He courts her. He goes to her window. He sings to her. He sees what he wants, and then he goes after it.
Salad pop.
So is there a bad guy in this opera or what?
Oh, yeah. Conte de Luna.
Evil counts.
Tell her the story, Joey.
It's complicated, really.
Just tell her the good parts.
What's happening now?
All right, Leonora is going to marry the troubadour, but he gets killed, so she's going to go off now and join the convent.
If she can't have her troubadour, she won't have anybody.
I can understand that.
Tell her the rest.
More salad, anybody?
Well, what happens next?
It's just an opera, really.
Leonora is about to take the veil, never to be seen in the world again.
I know how that feels.
And you'll never believe who shows up. Joey. Well, tell her who shows up.
The troubadour comes back.
It's a miracle.
You mean he wasn't really dead?
No, he was alive. And he's come back to his one and only love, just in time. Right here. This part she's saying, have you come to me from heaven? Or am I in heaven with you? Oh, it's beautiful. Paulina. Honey.
I wish that could happen in real life. You? You know, excuse me, I'll just check on dinner.
Smooth, Pop.
What did I say?
You can't bring her a happy opera?
Il Trovatore is, it's about a man and a woman who love each other forever.
Exactly. Paulina loves Jake forever. Everything reminds her of him. And the part about the guy coming back from the dead, geez, Pop.
Hey, look, everything reminds me of your mother, too, Joey.
I know that, Pop.
But I just can't stop living.
Look, Mom's been dead a year. Jake hasn't been dead very long at all.
I was just trying to help.
Well, don't try so hard, okay, Pop?
Spending your life alone, Joey, it's no good. It's not what you want for yourself.
I know, Pop.
It's no good. Not for me, not for you, and not for Paulina. Mmm, Cacciatore, delicioso. How did you do it?
Anybody for a third helping?
Oh,
Not me, thanks. It was great, though.
you have to give me the recipe.
Oh, I'll give you this recipe if you give me that pesto recipe.
Oh, my God, how could I forget? Pesto, of course, that's what we came here for.
Bring it with you next time.
Till next time.
To next time.
Yeah.
Mmm. This is so nice. This meal, this room. You know, you have a real nice way with the room.
Why, thank you.
Doesn't she?
Yeah. It's great.
You know, Joey and I could use a hand over at our place.
What?
You know, I think I'll make our house my first project.
What are you talking about, Pop?
Painting wallpaper. His whole life, I've been doing remodeling on the side. Now he's never heard of it.
You gonna remodel a house?
Your house. He bought it fair and square. Lots of room for a family.
But Mom pick out the stuff.
Did I say I was going to throw out your mother's things? Paulina, did you hear me say I was going to gut the house?
Absolutely not.
We're talking paint here, Joey. New wallpaper, new outlook on life.
I think it's a great idea.
Great, then you can help pick out some of the colors.
Pop?
My Rose. She could take a room, throw a few things in it, and ba-bing, you had a home.
You're asking me to help you redecorate?
I like our house, my house, the way it is.
What do we know? A couple of bachelors, huh?
Pop, she's probably too busy already.
Actually, I haven't gone back to KBAY full time yet. It'd be fun to have a project.
Great. Then you could help us right away.
Only if you give me that pesto recipe.
It's a deal.
Deal.
Oh, what's the matter with me? Oh,
Don't get me started.
The Marriage of Figaro. It's on public television tonight.
You are not leaving this house without dessert, mister.
Joey can bring it home with him. He'll help you with the dishes, too.
No, wait, you know what? Why don't you just watch it here?
Yeah, Pop, why don't we watch it here?
I want to tape it.
You figured out the VCR?
Well, you know, as long as I don't have to use the timer, I don't have any problems. So, it's been wonderful. It's swell.
Oh, well, you've been pretty swell yourself.
Well, till next time.
Till next time. Ah, wow. Your father's quite a character.
He's impossible.
I like his style, actually.
You do it.
It's familiar.
How do you mean?
Not your mom. A lot.
I know.
And I can really tell. It's kind of like me and how I feel for Jake. Your father's had a lot more time to heal, so on the outside he seems okay.
He'll never really be the same. But he's happy. You will be too.
I was pretty happy tonight.
So was I. You know, you were pretty terrific putting up with all that opera talk.
Oh, I'm not putting up with it. I'm actually getting into it.
Yeah. Well, it's contagious to some people.
I can see why. I mean, the music is... I don't have the language for this.
Neither do I. Don't worry about it. Give it a shot. Go ahead.
Well, it kind of transcends reality. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think you're strong.
Get out.
Very, very strong. My mom was a lot like that. I think that's why Pop likes you.
I like him too.
I had a lot of women to look up to when I was a kid. You know, my sisters ran the house. My mom was always leading them around. My grandmothers, forget about it. Watch out with the both of them. But I know from strong women, you know, women with power, good power, positive power, a lot of strength.
Joe, I'm ready to cry at the drop of a hat 24 hours a day, and you think I have power?
Doesn't mean you're weak if you cry. Only if you give up. You didn't give up a thing when Jake died. You hung on. I really like that about you, Paulina. Ah. All these dishes. Let me start clearing. When I was a kid, I used to think that people listened to opera all the time at home.
I bet your parents were great together.
Yeah. A little loud at times. Pop would be kind of pushy.
Oh, but you're lucky to have him.
Yeah, I guess.
Not everybody gets to grow up with their father.
Well, that's about it. Thanks for a great dinner.
You're not going to leave me alone with a cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yeah, I worked on it all afternoon.
So it's a real thing?
You bet.
Would miss it.
Well, then don't go away.
I won't. Don't worry. So, you left your jacket. Is that it, Jake?
How can you just drive away from this woman? You are a total jerk. So hot to trot. Get out of town and away from that goddess in the kitchen. You idiot.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Well, you just called someone an idiot.
The tenor.
The tenor? The tenor?
In the opera.
Well, the guy who hits the high notes?
Yeah. You always boo the tenor. It's an old Italian tradition.
Even on a CD?
Yeah, is this raspberry sauce?
Yeah, Jake's favorite.
As Pop would say, delicioso.
Thank you.
Thanks for going through all the trouble, too.
Oh, it was fun. Wow, I haven't said that for a while.
Glad to hear it.
Well, sit down. Joe, I don't really know how to put this.
I got raspberry sauce on my face.
Well, no,
I
well,
know.
actually, now you're fine. Oh, but your father, he gave me an idea.
Uh-oh.
Would you help me, you know, put some of Jake's stuff away?
Me?
His clothes are still in the closet, and every time I open the door, I think he's coming home. I put it off for a while, but it's time. So, could you come over tomorrow?
You know, Paulina, I mean, this is something really personal you're talking about. Don't you have a friend who could help you, a best friend even?
Jake was my best friend.
Okay, what about your family? Rachel, I'm sure she'll be happy to help.
No, Joe. I want you.
It's wonderful, dear. Oh, I know you couldn't be angry with your dad for very
Oh,
long,
no. I'm going because Michael's not.
No!
Bridget, it's going to be years before I put myself in the same room as that sperm sower.
Victoria Hudson. That's unforgivable. I should take your mouth and put it in the dishwasher.
Sunshine,
Woo! Make yourself comfortable. Why don't you next?
Lighten up,
Right.
Josie. I'm on my lunch break.
Yeah?
Yeah. Want some rabbit food? That's all I could find.
So this is why you haven't been answering the phone? You know, Michael's been looking for you.
Gee, what a shame. Did he find another one of his kids under a cabbage leaf?
No. He left a list of chores for you to do.
When you rushed all the way over here to lay it on me. Gee, thanks.
Well, it was either me or Tomas, and so we flipped a coin, and I lost.
I shoveled manure all morning. I'm done for the day.
So what, you're gonna hang here and veg? Michael will love that.
I could get lost.
From what I hear, you're lost already. Not that I haven't been exactly where you are.
You made your point. Forget it.
No, look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
You want to make it up to me? Show me a place in this town where I can find some hotters who aren't my sisters or cousins.
Hotters?
Yeah, girls, Josie, you know? With different DNA. Huh? Well, can you help out a healthy boy or what?
Come on!
Yeah. Florella. Come on.
Think you're tough.
Show me something. You got nothing.
You ready?
You got nothing.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I took martial arts. Forget about it. Forget
Why?
it. You telegraphed that moon, Josie.
How?
How?
Yeah.
You'll learn. Don't stick your tongue out. You're gonna bite it off someday when someone hits you.
You don't understand, Matt. I louse it up with some loser on the street. I'm history.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, you got months to learn how to be a cop.
Not
Come on.
many. It's my life we're talking about, all right?
Yeah?
Yes. Hit me. Come on, hit me.
Yeah? Come on, get up. Come on. Come on.
Let me down. Let me down. Oh. You're
Come on.
dead.
Your center of gravity's too high, Josie. You're up on your toes. Okay, try it again.
not gonna hurt you. Don't be afraid.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Nice job.
thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Anytime. Joes, listen. The fear sucks the center of gravity around your ear somewhere, okay? You gotta keep your energy down in your belly. Right now, that's easier said than done, because you get a joke with a lead pipe coming at you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here? I mean, what are you, moonlighting, or has Frankie lost a partner?
Actually, I'm subbing for one of the sergeants, Sinclair.
Wow, you must really be sick.
I don't know, could be. Nobody's heard from him.
That's weird. No one's talked to him? What about his friends?
From what I understand, the guy's your basic loner type. No friends.
Tell me something.
No, we've postponed our happiness too long.
Yes, why was that? Why did you leave our bedroom? Why haven't you touched me till now?
Oh, you know.
Tell me what.
Because you were hurt.
Is that the real reason?
What other reason?
Justine.
On you.
Yes. Yes. Yes, my hungry passion. Oh, I want you. I want you. I want to be close to you.
You're mine. And you always will be.
Look, Dad, so are things still the same with you and your father?
Yeah, not for my lack of trying.
You know, it looked like you were getting along at John and Charlene's wedding.
Matthew, I'm just doing what I'm doing for the sake of family peace, and that's it. Aren't I a good person?
You most certainly are not, and I don't know who the two of you is more pig-headed. Why don't you just say that you forgive your father and get on with it, and nobody will think any less of you. I certainly won't.
Why are we talking about your ex-husband? We're supposed to be here celebrating you and Matthew.
Yes.
No. You're gonna have to wait. I have to announce you. Whom shall I say is calling? Candy.
It's okay. Mr. Kramer's a guest of mine. You don't have to announce him.
Whatever.
Who is that delightful person?
Candy. I thank you for coming. I'm sorry about the Fort Knox security.
She promised she'd be here.
Well, then where is she? Why is everyone so late?
Just relax. It's not a state dinner. Donna and I are enjoying ourselves.
Well, that's the point, I guess.
That's right. Oh, Paulina isn't coming alone.
She's bringing a date?
Well, I don't know if it's a date. Joe Carlino is the only one else coming with her.
Joe.
You know Joe, Grandma. He's the one who brought me back from the shelter the night I ran away.
Yes, of course I know Joe.
Well, you sound as if you don't approve, Mom. I mean, when he was going out with Nancy, you liked him. He's good enough for your sister. He's good enough for Paulina, right?
I think he's cute.
Oh, you little devil, you.
Well, I just think that Paulina is so recently widowed, it's too soon for her to be interested in other men.
Oops. Should my ears be burning?
How lovely of you to come to the party.
It's good to have the family together again, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And Joe, thank you so much for escorting Paulina. A recent widow has a difficult time with social gatherings.
Well, your family's always made me feel welcome, Rachel.
And thank you for helping Grant with his visitation.
Oh, I'm just glad Vicky was able to get past her anger enough to let Grant see Kirkland.
What about Kirkland?
Well, he's really bonding with Grant, Amanda. Sorry, did I miss something there? Well, Vicky did the right thing by giving Grant time with him. Oh, my God. And I didn't have to twist her arm all that hard anyway. What do you have to do with this? Amanda, let's not get into it here, okay? I don't mind setting up visitation between Grant and Kirk. You did what? Why didn't you tell Amanda that I was acting as chaperone? It's the only way Vicky would agree. Why didn't you tell her?
Well, it slipped my mind. I've had a lot on my mind, Paulina.
Hello?
You're my sister. How could you do this?
And Grant's my friend.
Yeah, well, you're the only one he's got.
He's not a bad father, Amanda. You should see him with Kirk. It's Grant's saving grace.
Paulina, the man almost ruined my life. What are you, like, best buds now? Come on.
I am doing this for
using
Kirk.
You.
Amanda, we're doing it for Kirk so he can know his father. I didn't go behind your back, Amanda, but I certainly did need your permission.
Paulina is just trying to do the right thing.
Who asked you?
Amanda?
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Marshall.
Yes.
Why don't we, we're gonna go do some work in the study, Matthew. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'll keep an eye on Allie.
Last time you did, you lost me.
Oh.
I really have to apologize for my family.
Hey, I got a family too, huh? Only we yell louder.
You didn't have to stick up for me like that, but I'm glad you did.
Words just came out.
Well, thank you.
Anytime.
Well, I suggest we don't wait any longer for Anne. We've put off this toast long enough. Matthew, would you proceed?
Yes, I'll agree with my mother. I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time. To the beautiful woman who's done me the honor of agreeing to be my wife, Donna Love Hudson.
You're here?
You're here. Salud.
Cheers.
Donna Love. Who's about to marry my son.
Oh, another toast. Ha ha. And I'll get even with all of you.
This remarkable woman is also ready to make a home for my son. We all know how difficult marriage can be.
Grandpa,
Donna was
Yes, little one.
when did Grandma get her new
But I'm
voice?
sure her maturity will weather any
Her
storm.
new voice.
Yes, her growly voice.
Oh, I don't know. Tell me about that.
My son deserves all the
It's
happiness
really
he can
scary. I heard it last night when she was on the
And
phone.
I certainly hope
Did
John
you
will
not?
give it to him.
Well, what's in a voice, eh? She was probably playing a game with someone.
To Donna Love.
All the best,
Listen, I've got to get back to headquarters. I've got to make a few
Oh,
phone calls, so if you
certainly not
excuse me.
now. Dinner will be ready in just a
Dinner
minute.
is ready.
There it
The
is.
food and everything.
Dinner is served. You're one of my escorts.
Honestly, Rachel, to tell you the truth, I do need to make
Father
a...
and son.
Hey, great timing. Just about to close up.
Unbelievable. We are going to be on time for our reservation, and I get you alone for a few hours.
Oh, getting me alone got us where we are right now. You're beautiful.
So are you. Are you really happy?
A lot of things, but happy is tops of the list.
Good. Because there's so many things we need to decide.
I thought it was all decided.
No, I mean the next 8 months and delivery. Now, I really want to go for a home birth this time, Cass.
Are we going to have all the same fights that we had last time
Not
all
if you
over
give
again?
in. Not if you give in. No. Look, Cass, I delivered Charlie in an elevator. I really do believe I can deliver Marcello in my own bedroom.
Let's table this discussion for right now.
Which one? The one about his name or how he makes his entrance?
Hey, Cass.
It's the king!
Hey, stay here.
What is it? Tell me.
Alicia, hold on.
No, no, God, no, no.
Lorna, you hang on. Oh, dear.
We got a code blue. Call the code.
No, Morgan.
Stat code blue. Dr. Hudson to ER2. Stat code blue.
Oh, fine. You're gonna be fine. Here we go. I need assistance.
No, tell me what's going on, please, Lorna.
Get Kraus Kurt ready. We're gonna defibber.
Oh, no. John, please.
Here we go.
No,
You don't die on me, Lorna. Charge it 200. Set. 200. Play the bet. Come on, Lorna, live. Clear!
He's keeping us.
Her mother.
Doesn't matter. You
Please,
gotta let
in
the
the
dog.
gold blue.
There's nothing you can do. You'd only be in the way.
She's right. Now, you have got to give them room. You gotta let them save her life. They can't do it with you in there. Now, if you need to hold on to somebody, you hold on to me.
Isn't it nothing sadder than to lose someone you love?
Charge again, Morgan. 300. 300 set. Clear?
Oh, she's converted. She's in sinus rhythm.
BP's 110 over 70, pulse is 82.
Dr. Evans, start another IV, run it wide open, and keep track of her INO. We're going to be pushing an awful lot of fluids. I want to make sure that her kidneys are up to the job.
Will do.
She's going to be all right, Morgan. By the way, Dr. Evans, good job.
Thanks.
You too. I'm going to go down to the lab, see if I can't scare up that tox screen.
Okay. You hear that? You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Joe.
Lorna's fine.
God, what happened?
Her heartbeat became very irregular. That's why Morgan called the code.
But she's stable now?
And going strong. Lorna has an enormous will to live. I think she gets that from you. If you'll excuse me, I have to go and light a fire under some people at the lab.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Dr. Forrest, dial 118, please. Dr. Forrest, please dial 118.
You're here. I thought it was a dream.
It's not a dream. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
I know what you're thinking.
I'm not sure that you do.
You're thinking that I don't consider our wedding very important anymore.
Well, you said as much to your
Said in so
daughter.
many words that my priority
Is
right
your
now...
family. Your family. Not ours. Not our wedding.
Matthew, I have to do this.
Okay. But if you do you really want to be married to me while you're taking care of your ex-husband?
What's the matter, Grant?
Well, this slipped under my door at the hotel. It's on Mother's stationery.
My darling son, I'm sorry I couldn't tell you the truth about me when we've spoken. It was easier to be Rachel and to hear you confide in her about the love you still held for your mother than to tell you the truth after all of this time. Things have changed and I must leave the country and your life forever. I'm sorry to say this must be the last you ever hear from me, but know that you are always with me every day of my life.
What is this? Sleeping in the middle of the day? Wake up, wake up. Quick. What do I remind you of? No, now I have a new project. A rich future. And you should help me with it. So don't go away. I shall be right back. Am I really home?
Yes, my darling. Home. Truly, truly home.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to see the gardens. Oh, darling, look at what you've done. Thank you.
I don't deserve any credit, you know. I have no life without you, so it was really purely a selfish act getting you back here.
Excellent. Both of you guys are here. Listen, I want all of the locks changed throughout the entire household.
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
Ryan, does this have to be done now?
Absolutely. Listen, we have reason to believe that Justine has left the country. However, just to be on the safe side.
Justine has left the country. Why do you say that?
Listen, I also want you to make sure that the grounds are patrolled 24 hours a day. Well, Grant received a letter from Justine.
Uh-huh. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he brought it to me. Well, in the letter it states that Justine wants to leave the country rather than be put into an asylum.
Leave the country? With Rachel and myself still alive, doesn't sound like the Justine we know, does it?
No, actually, it doesn't. However, just Dolan and I are here just to make sure that you're protected in case the letter's a fake.
You all right?
I'm sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset. It's just been so long since I've been home.
Time for the tour.
Yes.
Time for the tour. Allow me.
Actually,
madam.
one more thing.
Not now, Ryan.
No, it's important. Listen, Rachel, did you see Vicky at the hospital yesterday?
No.
You didn't see her at all?
No, I didn't.
She said she was gonna see you there.
I didn't see it, dear Ryan. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. More squabbles, eh? Well, if you need help, I'll help you patch things up.
I appreciate it.
I'll be down in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk over coffee.
You know what? We can thank him on the way out.
It'll only take a moment.
Hey, this is our moment, and I don't want to share it with anybody.
Joe, we just shared our moment with a plane load of strangers.
Well, not anymore. Besides, we got wedding plans to make.
Okay.
How does the day after tomorrow grab you?
To make plans?
Get married.
What? Joe, I'll never be able to pull it off in that short a time.
Come on, of course we can. We put our minds to it, we can do anything we want. I don't want to wait another day to marry you. Say yes now, I will make you the happiest woman on this planet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, and yes!
Ah, shut up, kiss me.
We have begun our descent. We expect to arrive in Bay City in 12 minutes. At this time, please fasten your seatbelts, turn off all electrical devices, and prepare for landing.
Answer the phone.
Better, Maggie.
Oh, could be better.
I'll
Wonderful.
be upstairs.
Well, that is a fun couple. I liked them better before they were married.
What time is it? Oh, I gotta go. I gotta work from 8 to 8, all right?
Thank you for coming by.
All right, remember, stay off that foot.
I'll be good.
Call me if you need me.
Nick, you can come out.
Gotta hand it to you, Maggie. It's quite a performance.
What are you talking about?
Tomas, boy, you're such a hard-working guy. You're perfect. I can't wait to rip your clothes off and jump your bones right here.
Tomas does a lot more right than you do, Nick.
Yeah, too bad you don't like the good boys as much as you pretend to. Mr. Hutchins.
Who are you? What the hell are you doing in here? You think so?
I would never take a baby from its mother!
Harrison, please! Oh, this shouting is upsetting Kirk.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mr. Harrison.
Mr. McKinnon is just leaving.
I
He's
can't care
just
for your
leaving.
child under these circumstances.
Everything all right in here, boys? You behaving yourself, Mr. McKinnon?
Oh, it's peachy. It's just peachy.
Don't worry, Amy. There won't be any further disturbances.
What brings you here?
Official police business. I came to alert you of a 622.
622. I'm not really familiar with that code number.
What is it?
Officer in need.
You know, I really should not be doing that. As your commanding officer, I should be setting a better example.
Whatever you say, Lieutenant.
All right, look.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harrison, but I didn't sign on for this. Policemen everywhere, fighting. I can't take it anymore. Be a good boy, Kirk.
Where is my boy?
See? No one noticed.
Yeah, well, nobody's yelling. That's a good sign.
So are we still on for tonight?
You have to ask me that question?
You expecting company?
Shouldn't you be on guard duty outside the...
You got enough food here to feed the entire Bay City PD.
Well, don't get any ideas, Carlino.
I'm gonna help you put it
No,
away.
no. Just put them down here, please.
The mozzarella's gonna go bad.
It'll be fine.
Glad you're not cooking for me.
Look, Joe, I don't need your help, all right? But, Joe, this isn't gonna work, you know. You follow me around all day, okay?
Fine, take it up with Ryan. Maybe he'll assign somebody else.
Look, I don't need police protection. Grant's mother doesn't care about me. And why she would even kidnap Vicky, I don't know. None of it makes any sense.
Exactly, which is why Ryan is playing it safe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll stay inside the whole day. Ryan can call me every 5 minutes if it makes him happy. But I can't have you camped out on my doorstep.
I am very sorry, but I have my orders.
Joe, please. If Jake comes home and finds you...
Trust me. I am looking forward to seeing the Great One in action.
I don't want you two fighting, all right?
We're not gonna fight. I'm gonna set him straight.
About what?
About you and me.
We look like we're eloping.
Morgan, what's going on?
Refried beans.
She's having abdominal pains.
Fellas, can I get this gurney over here, please? You think it's indigestion?
I had 2 burritos at lunch.
Oh, let me get a look at you.
Oh,
Ouch. All right, well, how many weeks pregnant are you, and have you had any bleeding or any discharge in your charge?
14 weeks, and I don't think so. This came on after eating, and we thought it would go away.
Maybe contractions. Hold on a second. Nurse?
Yes, it's the baby. Those bad feelings I was having.
We don't know that.
We know that something's wrong. I shouldn't be having contractions.
Well, they'll stop them. You can do that, right, Morgan?
Yeah, Claire's gonna get you to a cubicle. I'm gonna call your doctor, and we're gonna do a stat sonogram, okay?
I'm losing the baby, aren't I?
Hey, let me examine you, all right?
Try not to worry. You're gonna be fine.
Claire, let's go. Let's go.
It's gonna be all right. I don't have to tell you to take good care of her, do I?
I'd like to give you a mild sedative.
No, you stop lying to me. You killed my son. You want to drug me so that I don't know what you people are
Mrs.
doing around
Michaels,
here.
please.
No, it's her. You knew what was happening. This is your fault. You knew and you're sorry.
Mrs. Michaels,
You're
calm
sorry.
down. Lori.
You're sorry you killed my son and you're sorry you people are
Lori, this isn't helping
You should be
anything.
helping me. Please. What is
Lori,
Benjamin?
Lori.
Benjamin.
Here, sit down.
Courtney, get a wheelchair. Shh, hey, Lori. Hey.
And look at those nails. Oh, don't touch. I'm going to have dinner with Matthew. You like the suit? I bought it in New York.
This isn't real.
Of course it's real. I paid a fortune for it. But I always say you only live once. You're very thin.
I'm hallucinating. I'm so hungry. I'm hallucinating.
Whatever you say. But starvation is a nasty way to go. I would prefer a nice white wine, maybe some grilled portobello mushrooms and smoked salmon on a toasted baguette.
So hungry.
Well, you've got to force yourself to eat. Surely they serve something in this whatever this place is.
Dungeon! I'm not talking to you anymore.
Why not?
Because you don't exist.
I certainly do. I've come all the way over here.
My name is Vicki Hudson. I have 2 children, Stephen and Kirkland, and I'm going to marry Ryan Harrison when I get out of here. My name is Vicki Hudson. I have 2 children.
I guess it could be worse. At least you have running water.
I'm losing my mind.
No, you're just hungry. Now, why don't you use that imagination of yours to help you? Remember the pilot that got shot down? Of course you do, the one who ate one of the big worms. Now, where do you find worms? Where do you find worms? Good girl.
I am not eating worms.
You eat snails. Escargot. What's the difference?
Cooked, and there's garlic and... Ryan, please get me out of here! Ryan!
You're behaving like a child. Ryan can't drop everything and come to rescue you every time you get yourself in a stew. Grow up. You're a strong, intelligent young woman with 2 little boys who need you desperately.
Stephen.
Yes. And if you want to survive, to see them again, you've got to stop being so finicky about what you eat. Use your imagination. Find yourself a big, fat worm. You can do it.
Might as well just eat a tarantula.
You've got to keep yourself alert. And for heaven's sakes, do something about your hair and your nails. They're disgusting.
Mother! I have air. I have bugs. I am not that desperate. Although maybe she does have a pool. That's point.
Hey, Frankie.
Tried to stop it. Couldn't.
It's not your fault.
Morgan did everything he could.
Just happens.
I wanted this baby. I really wanted this baby.
I know you did, honey. I know you did. I did too. I really wanted this baby. But you're okay, and that's all that really matters.
No, it's not what matters. I had a baby. We had a baby, and now he's gone. We are never going to get to hold him and to get to know him. I wanted to hold him. I wanted to hold him. hold him. I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone.
No, it's all right. You got a right to be here. It's fine. You want to kick my locker? Go ahead.
No, thanks. I've got rounds.
No. So what do? You just bottle it up and carry it around with you all day? Is that what you do?
Well, it's better than fracturing my foot.
Oh, is that so?
I've got to go.
Let me tell you something. There's no use in pretending it didn't happen, because once you get to that stage, you stop caring, you see? And then you're no use to anybody, so you might as well just hang it up.
Well, we weren't any use to that little boy. All the caring in the world didn't
Save him? That's right. And I couldn't save Frankie's baby either, because I'm not God. And neither are you, you know? We're just doctors, and that's all. So live with it.
We should have been able to save him, Morgan. There's no reason in the world why a 7-year-old boy shouldn't be able to live through something like that.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to blame somebody? Is that it? Well, blame the dust in his bed, or his cat, or his jeans. But if you want to be a doctor, grow up. You can't save all of your patients in an ER situation. Some of them are going to die. You do the best you can, and if someone dies that you're responsible for, then you deal with it. You live with it, or you get out. I'm sorry I yelled at you. The younger they are, the worse it gets. Courtney? Hey. Is this the first patient you ever lost? Sorry.
You're right, Morgan. I can't do this anymore.
No! Why are you taking me to Ryan when you know how much he hates me?
He hates you because of how you treated me. I hated him all these years.
No, he doesn't deserve to be born. He's arrogant and spiteful, just like his
Stop
father.
it, stop it, stop it, stop it! Listen to me, Mother. You are in serious trouble.
No, this has just been a horrid misunderstanding.
Fix it. We can fix it. I promise you. I promise you. If you just take me to Victoria. Please. Please.
Why? Why do you love her still?
She's Kirkland's mother. He needs her. You of all people should understand.
But he has me now.
Yes, of course he'll have you. Just as soon as you get help. But first we have to take Victoria home.
That's a different plan from mine. And we could consider it, but I think we really ought to stick to my plan. Yes, you see, it's much better you and me and Kirkland somewhere safe. Somewhere safe like Belize or Kathmandu. What? What are you doing? Who are you calling?
Ryan.
No, darling.
You've left me no choice!
Oh, yes, you have choice. You're a man. You can come away with me and Kirkland, and we can live the kind of life we were meant to live. Or you can call Ryan, and you can both try and lock me up again. But I'm afraid you'll never see your child.
Just a minute. Jake, I may.
Sorry. Just wanted to remind you to take the bread out of the oven.
Thanks.
Sure. No problem. Jake, call yet?
He's still looking for Vicky. She's his best friend.
Yeah, so I've heard. Smells great. Shame to let it go to waste.
Have you eaten?
No, ma'am. Not since breakfast.
Well, like you said, it'd be a shame to have it go to waste.
Especially since I worked so hard on it.
Joe, do we have to...
Come on. You know I love to eat by candlelight.
Fine. Burn the house down for all I care. This is really good.
You know what that is? Carlino magic. Hair looks great.
Combed?
New dress. Very nice. You know what? I'd like to make a toast. To the most loyal, loving, beautiful
Joe,
woman.
please, please,
No, 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 no,
don't.
no, no, no. Molly, I have to do this. You are one in a million. And I love you with all my heart.
Here, it's very German.
What do you mean? This is good, clean air.
I would rather you be in your hospital room breathing filtered air.
Please don't start, all right? I feel better just being here.
Well, you're the only one. You're scaring your son and me. Nick is afraid that he's going to lose you, and then he's going to be all alone, too.
Well, he's not going to lose me, and I'll be the first one to tell him that as soon as he gets back from getting his stuff at John's. Hey, don't, not the phone. Come on, what if the kidnappers call?
I'm just trying to keep this place as sterile as I can.
Well, I'll tell you what, the germs aren't going to get me. I'm going to just suffocate, that's all.
Don't try to joke. Not right now.
Hey.
You know, what kind of game are you playing here, Grant? Listen to me, Ryan. You gotta get out of this place. No, I'm not going anywhere until I find out where Kirkland is. I'm telling you, Justine warned me if the police were involved, we may never see Kirkland again.
You lied to me, Grant! You lied to me. You knew that Justine was here, and you never told me. Now, don't deny it, because one of my officers saw you here!
Yes. She brought me here. She used this house as a hideout. She may still be here.
Then where is she?
Where is she? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know where she is. I don't know where Kirkland is. This place has endless corridors. She's insane, Ryan. She could do anything.
Damn it, Justine.
Damn it, you lousy son of a... No. Now back off. Back off.
Kid, I know what you want. This is not the way. He'll slap you with a misconduct charge if you don't calm down. Now, calm down.
I'm fine. You're to blame here. You should have been guarding my place. You're the reason I... You don't know!
Shut up! This is all your responsibility, Grant. The reason that we're here is because of you. And as far as you're concerned, I don't know exactly what happened back there, but I'm going to deal with you later. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Just what I need.
What is this place? Where's... Did he have anything to do with it? I'll just beat it out.
Jake, no! Jake, come on! Jake, easy. What? Look, I don't need you right here. I don't need you. I don't need a freelance hothead, okay, Jake?
Look at him, Ryan. You can see he's up to his eyeballs in this. You give me 40 seconds with him, he'll be spitting the
Jake,
pants
I
out with
mean
his
it. I
teeth.
mean it. Mean it. Please, just back off.
Right, you tell me if you change your mind, because he has had it in for Vicky since she got custody of the kid.
Jake, Kirkland's missing.
I swear to God, Justine is the only person who knows where they are. She's got them
Where
both
is
now.
Justine?
She's probably listening to us as we speak.
Was she parked off in some Sonic minivan around
No,
the corner?
from somewhere in this house, you idiot!
That's it, Ryan. I'll just start on the top floor. Okay?
No, we're way ahead of you. We've already
We'll
done it.
never find them. This place is a fortress!
There are corridors everywhere. We're not... What we need here are blueprints of this place.
That's great. I'll be back.
No,
Wait.
Jake! Just let him go, Captain. The last thing I need from you is a suggestion.
What the hell is everybody standing around for? Come on, back to work! This isn't a show!
Yo, mamacita, what it is.
tell you, you are definitely a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, can I have one of those?
Listen to me, you gotta shake this thing off, all right?
Jake, I don't just have, you know, a head cold. I'm starving.
Vicky, you gotta rise to the occasion here. I mean, you had some tough times. This is nothing.
Right. I hate it when they overreact.
You're gonna pull through, Vic. Have a little faith, okay?
Jake.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Okay, I want to ask you something, and I just want you to give me the straight scoop.
If I'm lying, I'm crying. Oh. That was bad.
Am I ever going to see my kids again?
Yes.
You're sure?
Definitely, Vic. You gotta be strong here, okay?
Just the salad bar down here really sucks, you know?
I know that, but you gotta think positive.
Okay. Well, that's what my mother keeps telling me. But it's hard. It's been so hard.
I know that. I know that, Vic. You think about it, though. You hang tough and you pull through, and you're gonna be able to hold your baby in no time. Besides, hey, you don't want to let me down.
Jake, you know, I was always there for you with the church and the trips.
Well, consider this another favor you're doing for me.
What, you don't think the 75 grand I gave you was enough?
Well, I'm afraid not.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try.
Good girl.
Jake. Have those barbecue flavor?
Knock yourself out.
Mimi, you brought me closer to a truth I never thought possible. You, dear boy, are goodness itself. Much against the dying of the light.
The doctors need to take Ryan back down to surgery. You see, he's an organ donor, and they're trying to save his corneas.
No. Nobody touches him. Kill anyone who lays a hand on my boy.
Darling, this is what Ryan wants.
I think I'm going to let strangers care for him. I care for him myself. This is my son. My responsibility. This is my future. No. He's staying here with me. Stay in there. Come on, get out. Get out.
Darling, please.
Get out.
Please.
Take your medical expertise. Wasn't supposed to happen. My son deserved a long, rich life with Victoria, their children, and my grandchildren. This goes against all nature. Why Ryan? Why not me?
We can't hope to know that now. We just have to look for some meaning, some good.
There's none. This is my punishment. Yes, that I must live to see this. It's me, I was the one who squandered his life. Lived with vengeance. Fed on cruelty. I deserve this, not Ryan.
Ryan's goodness and compassion live. They live in you.
There's nothing but rage in me. Ryan wanted justice. He fought for it, and he got none. What kind of a twisted God are you? Why have you taken my son from me?
How?
How?
All is cheerless, dark, and deadly.
Excuse me, sir, could we have a word in private? Thank you. The man standing behind you, that's Carl Hutchins. That's Captain Harrison's father. And the woman standing next to him is Rachel Corey, his wife. And my suggestion would be that we have a little respect in their presence.
Tell me something. Is this a police investigation or an encounter group?
Captain Harrison, sir, was like family to all of us.
I'll handle this. Mrs. Hutchins.
Yes.
Captain McNamara, I need to ask a few questions, ma'am.
My wife has already gone through this with the capable Lieutenant Sinclair.
All the more reason.
I'm afraid I really don't remember anything from that night.
Sure you do. You just need a little push.
A push?
Push gently, Captain.
I plan to, sir. Mrs. Hutchins, do you remember how you got on the lighting tower?
I don't.
Were you in front of or behind Justine Kirkland?
I don't remember, Captain. I just said.
I see. Do you remember where Ryan Harrison was standing? Was
I
he in
don't
front of you or
remember
behind
anything
you?
from that evening. I'm terribly sorry. I would very much like to help. I thought it would help me to come here, but I don't remember anything.
There's nothing very original in your questions, Captain.
Thanks for the critique.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I'm
Let's
sorry to
go
put you
home.
through this.
No, that's all right.
Are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine.
Everybody take a big breath, all right? Tomas?
I want to know exactly what happened here.
John, it is not like he said.
Nick, just start at the beginning.
What good's that gonna do, Charlene?
We want to know what happened, Nick.
Okay. It was really hot over at Michael's. I wanted to cool off, so I headed to the lake.
And I warned you not to go after her, Nick.
Come on, take it easy. I'll go after you.
Enough! Go on.
Grabbed a six-pack and I hit the beach.
Oh, alcohol and driving. This gets better and better.
Did your father know about this?
No.
All right, what happened?
I hooked up with Maggie.
And?
We went swimming. We each had one beer, Charlene. I popped the second one, but we decided to take a drive, so I
A
stopped.
high-speed chase is what the police categorized it as, Nick.
I don't get. What were you thinking?
This is great.
Obviously, they weren't
I
thinking.
mean, you could be adding DWI to your record.
And what were you doing getting into the car with somebody who was drinking?
I wasn't drunk and neither was Maggie.
I don't care, Nick.
I want to know what happened here.
We ditched the cops. We came back, and the chase gave us this adrenaline rush, you know? We were feeling pretty great.
And?
John, we just got caught up in the moment. Before you knew it, we were kissing. Yeah, I was kissing her, but she was kissing me too. It was totally mutual.
You're a liar,
Next
Matt.
thing I know, she's pushing me off, and this guy's trying to kill me.
Oh, yeah, nice story, Nick. Too bad none of it is true.
Well, listen, I would never force myself on anybody.
Nick, I heard her, okay? No means no.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. You want to help me out here?
Maggie, what happened?
Permission. I'd like to put this where everyone can see it.
We've asked everyone to come to the house afterwards, if that's all right. Oh, darling. You're always welcome at our house, you know that. John, thank you.
Thank you for all of your efforts.
Good night.
Hey, can I give you a ride home?
Oh, no, I'll be fine on my own. Thanks, Charlene. Honey, it's gonna take some getting used to, isn't it?
Yes.
I'll call you very soon.
Bye.
Well, look who we have here. I told you I'd win. Now you're on my turf, playing by my rules, and I'm right again.
It's so hot down here.
Thirsty?
Oh, yes.
So is Ryan, and he's thirsty too.
Ryan?
Yes, he's here.
No, he isn't. He'd never be here. He's not down here. He's too good to be down here. I'll get him away from you.
You can't even help yourself. Besides, you're far, far, far too late. No!
Hi. Hi, sleepyhead. I missed falling asleep with you in my arms last night.
Joe, it's 10 o'clock. Did
Yeah.
you turn off the alarm?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I figured you got in late. You could use the sleep.
Joe, I have so much to do today.
Hey.
Huh.
How'd it go with Jake last night?
I told him it was over for us.
When you didn't come home right away, I got a little worried.
I'm sorry. I took a drive around the lake. I lost track of time.
It's okay. I understand. You ended your marriage last night. Could not have been too easy on you.
It was worse for Jake. He lost a whole life he'd planned. He's not a good loser, Joe.
This isn't over yet, Paulina.
Where were you two? You're supposed to be at this party tonight.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, we almost had a bomb explode inside the hospital. We've got a mad woman running around on the loose, and 2 of my officers go AWOL. Now tell me something, did you just ignore the dispatch, or did you just somehow not hear it? What, Lieutenant?
We can explain, sir.
Yeah, in writing, on my desk, first thing tomorrow morning. After review, I'll decide on disciplinary action. In the meantime, if you two would be so kind as to join your fellow officers in searching the hospital and the surrounding area for the bomber, Justine Kirkland.
Justine Kirkland, sir?
Yeah. Laurie Michael sent those bomb threats, but had no intention of carrying them out. Enter Justine with the bomb all set to blow the Ryan Harrison wing sky high. You've had dealings with her in the past, haven't you, Sinclair? Like the time you let her kidnap Kirkland Harrison from right under your nose.
Yes, sir.
Well, perhaps you can redeem yourself tonight. Last seen, she was disguised as a nun. Find her.
McNamara's gonna have my badge, and he should, because I'm a total screw-up.
Hey. I'm the one who pulled you away from your post tonight. Justine kidnapped Kirkland.
Josie, I've been a cop for a long time. I know better than to get distracted.
What? What, it's okay for me? Why? Because I'm a woman?
I didn't say that. Damn McNamara and his rules.
He didn't make up the regulations.
What are you saying? We should go by the book?
I finally feel like I'm worth something being a cop, Gary. I don't want to give it up.
Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What?
I'm gonna tell him about it. I'll do this tonight.
What do you think you're doing?
Alicia, we're not finished.
I should have slapped your face a long time ago. I'm not sure why I didn't.
Then say your prayers, dearie. For you've come to the end of the line.
I will pray. For you, Justine. You are a child of God, just like the rest of us, only you don't know it because this anger and hatred have overwhelmed you. But it hasn't touched who you really are.
Who I really am. Talk about Looney Tunes. Are you so stupid you can't see what's directly in front of you? What does this look like to you? A child of God. Or the devil.
Listen, you seen McNamara?
No.
Find out why she says she's alive.
Rachel, oh, there you are. So glad you're alive. Me too. You know that the bomb scare's over, right? Thank God. Oh, I know, it's a miracle. No one was hurt. Listen, that's not why I came over. Did anyone tell you that Justine is back in Bay City? Yes, it's a nightmare for everyone. Listen, I was so afraid that she would come over and try to hurt you again.
Paulina, listen to me. I'm fine. You can see that, can't you? Please, go home to Joe.
Oh, Paulina! What is the matter with Carl? He looks like he's dead.
Yes, you would look like that too if you had 8 cognacs in a half an hour.
Oh, my God, I didn't know he drank like that.
It's been a difficult night.
Oh, Rachel, how stupid of me, of course. He must miss Ryan so much. Listen, let me help you put him to bed.
No!
Why not?
I have to take care of this myself, Paulina. Please. Leave us.
Okay. I'm gonna have Joe send over a cop, just in case.
No! Listen to me. We're all right. Go home to Joe. I love you. I'll call you in the morning.
Okay.
Good night. Okay. Go home. Go home to Joe.
So, they're all still alive.
Yes. Which means if you stop this madness now, we can get you the help you need.
I've finished what I started. Carl is dead, remember? And you so wanted to join him. Now's your chance. Draw your last breath, Rachel. Justine! Ah!
Mother. Well, darling, it's a compliment. I'm thinking you look like Norman Rockwell.
Well, we'll take it as a compliment. We're very, very lucky to be together and to be alive and to be a family.
Do you have a problem, Mother? Is the dry cleaning delivery late again?
Well, now that you happen to mention it, of course the dry cleaning's late, but that's not why I'm here, of course. Rachel, I just wanted to tell you, I am so relieved that you survived that unseemly ordeal.
You mean attempted murder, Cecile?
Oh, well, however you choose to say it.
Rachel went through hell. I'm so glad it's over and Justine's never coming back, so we can be a family again.
You always were a family.
I know, but I feel safe again. Don't you, Rachel?
So, Paulina, where was that big macho detective of yours last night when we really needed him?
He was out looking for Justine.
Oh, he wasn't preoccupied with you, was he?
Okay. I think Mom needs a little rest. Why don't we cut her a little slack? Right?
I agree. Maggie, darling, come. Let's find out what happened to the dry cleaning, shall we?
Yeah, and you sure know how to clear out a room, don't you?
Oh, be nice to your mother.
Well, there's attention, I'll tell you. You okay?
I'm fine.
You know, Carl's worried about you.
He shouldn't be.
Listen, I know, Justine, how much she upset you last night, but don't hold it all inside.
That's right, Rachel. We're all here for you.
You can talk to us, talk to Carl. He loves you very much. He wants you to know that you can lean on him.
None of you should worry about me.
But we do.
I'm fine.
I'll check on you later.
All right, thanks for coming over.
Before I go, I may have some of that good news for you.
What have you been waiting for?
Well, we weren't alone.
All right.
Okay. Now, I don't know for sure yet, but can you keep a secret?
Of course I can.
Remember when you said before that you wanted more grandchildren?
Paulina.
I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, honey. Oh, that's great news. Oh.
What's the matter, Rachel? I heard you get up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie. I didn't mean to wake you up.
You feel okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I couldn't go back to sleep. Honey, you go on upstairs. It's almost morning.
Oh, no, you feel hot. You might still have the flu. Maybe I should get Carl.
I'm fine. Don't bother. Carl is gone again.
I have a confession to make to you, Les. You know, I came very close to hiring a professional to rid the world of that pestilence that calls itself your brother. Yes, I thought you'd probably object to it. So I didn't, but that wasn't the reason. Now, why should I end his suffering? A part of me is in anguish. Every moment of every day, thinking of the life that you should be living, thinking of the life that he took from you. Now, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to rest until I've proved that he murdered you. What? Well, of course, Ryan. Victoria and the children will always be a priority. But no, I won't hear that. I tell you, I won't hear it. How can it be a waste of energy? to avenge my son. Ah, this is my life now.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna pretend like we're up in a cloud, okay?
It's very sweet of you.
It's Marguerite now.
Excuse me?
I'm being called Marguerite now.
Well, I thought you hated your name.
Well, I did when I was a child. It has a much more aristocratic ring than plain old Maggie.
Is this Cecile's idea?
No, it's mine.
Thank you.
Yes, it goes very well with Maximilian and some kind of title because I'll be some kind of duchess when we get married.
Married? What are you talking about?
I'm about to be betrothed to the future Archduke Maximilian de Vilbis.
Have you been reading too many bodice rippers, or is this for history class?
No, it's the real thing. My mother's introducing me to him today.
I see.
Oh, good, Maggie, you're still here, darling. Now I want to see what you're planning to wear today for lunch. Morning, Rachel.
You should know. I mean, you practically picked out the whole thing from head to toe.
Well, I just want to be sure that there are no last-minute changes.
You don't think Maximilian would like me with bright orange hair?
Oh, Maggie, don't even joke about something like that. Now, just go do this candy charity thing and hurry back here. It's important you look your very best.
Well, Maggie has a previous obligation to the hospital, Cecile, so that takes precedent no matter what you plan for her.
Yes, I know that we have a duty to the less fortunate, but today I'd rather write a check.
Or have somebody else do it.
You know, Rachel, this marriage is really very important to Maggie.
Oh, come on, you two. This is a joke, right? I mean, this isn't going to work.
What? How dare you say that? I don't know what you're talking about. Not work.
No, don't worry, Mom. I'm not gonna 86 my chances of becoming a real-life duchess.
That's right. That's right. That's
See
my
you later,
girl.
Rachel.
Okay, hurry back.
Okay.
Cecile, what on earth is the nonsense you've been feeding that child?
No, she's not a child. She's a grown woman. Well, can't you remember back all those years to when you were her age? She just can't wait to join adult society. She's thrilled about it all. With a man by her side,
This
Rachel.
sounds as though you're trying to arrange a marriage for her?
No, I've already arranged it. It's done. She's gonna marry royalty. I mean, isn't this thrilling?
It's pathetic. This is your daughter you're talking about, not some Edith Wharton novel.
Oh, whatever made me think that you would understand?
Of course I don't understand. This is my granddaughter we're talking about. And I'm not going to have her involved in one of your harebrained schemes, so don't even think about it. Is this her family and her home? Much more so than she did when she lived with you.
Oh, well, if she's so happy here, why is it that she complains to me about you treating her like a child?
She is a child. She needs guidance, but she doesn't need to be sold to the highest bidder. I clearly should have made you turn around and go home again as soon as you turned up here.
And why didn't you then?
Because it meant an awful lot to Maggie. Maggie really wants to believe you care an awful lot about her. And I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, yeah, yes, the evil Cecile. You've never liked me, Rachel. You've never liked anything I've done.
This is about Maggie, Cecile.
If you're so concerned about Maggie, why is it that that concern never improved her chances for happiness? I mean, she's drifting through college, confused about everything, and dating boys with no future.
She's trying to discover who she is.
She's going to marry a future Archduke. That's who she is. And when she does, she'll have enough money and time to fill in any missing pieces.
Do you hear what you're saying, Cecile? You're willing to sell out her chance for an honest life. Doesn't that sound a little selfish to you?
No. It sounds practical to me. I want what I have always wanted from Maggie, not to go through the struggles that I had to go through, that you had to go through.
Oh, there are 1,000 ways to be miserable, Cecile. You know that. And one of the chief ways is to marry without love. Oh, come on. Let her find herself. Let her pick out somebody she wants to fall in love with. Let her shape her own life.
Right now,
She loves the idea of being a duchess.
Of course she does, because she doesn't see the trap that she's getting into. Oh, come on, Cecile. Don't drop her into a life she knows nothing about and is ill-equipped to handle.
She'll learn. I mean, please, a life of luxury isn't going to be too hard to adapt to.
Oh, this is really scary, Cecile, because you're making this sound as though you think this arrangement will work.
And you are being incredibly negative. I think that she is going to be in heaven. She'll be admired wherever she goes. She'll be pampered. She will have an incredibly exciting life.
This is a huge mistake. But okay, maybe I can get through to her.
Wait, where are you going, Rachel? Just a minute. Don't interfere with this. This is my future. This is my family's future that's at stake here. I want this dream for my daughter. It's what I've always wanted.
Yes, I'm sure it is, because you never do anything that isn't good for Cecile.
Rachel, can you answer me this? Do you want what's best for Maggie? Do you want her to be happy?
Yes, that's what I've been trying to do all these months.
Then please, just support her by giving this marriage your blessing. And would you do one more little favor for me? And it's just for today. Could we please pretend that the Corey mansion belongs to me?
You all right? Yeah.
Where's Mimi?
Hi.
How is he?
Well, about this scene. You sure we shouldn't take him to the hospital?
No, this is what you do. Hi, baby.
It's just so hot in here. It's hard to believe this is good for him.
Yeah, he'll be breathing better in no time. You know, Stephen used to get the croup, too.
You've been through this before?
Oh, a lot. But the heat and the steam, it helps him to breathe easier. And, you know, most kids have a couple of bouts with a croup. I'm sure when you were a kid, your mother... I'm sorry, Grant. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's the...
Oh, so you found out about Cecile's plan for Maggie?
Yes, you knew?
She told me that she was trying to arrange a marriage for some European royalty and asked me to draw up the legal papers.
You didn't do it.
Well, I did, but that was before I knew that Maggie was involved in this lame-brained scheme.
And when he found out, he tried to stop it. We both did.
And you didn't get anywhere.
Nowhere. You know how persuasive Cecile can be.
Yeah, but we have to do something. I mean, she can't get away with this.
Did you try talking to her?
Yeah, I got nowhere. And if I push it with Maggie, she's just going to go ahead with it just to prove I'm wrong. Can you talk to her?
Oh, I struck out once already.
Oh, please. I mean, isn't this silly? We have to take this seriously. But I can't let Maggie ruin her life.
Let me give it one more try. And maybe my favorite PI can do a little of her famous fancy footwork.
I heard that your mommy was sick, and I came over to help. I would have come over sooner, but I had the flu, too.
Oh, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I think we survived the worst of it. And again, maybe not.
Oh!
Stephen's costume for the Christmas play.
Oh, great.
It's this afternoon, which gives me barely enough time to turn into Susie Homemaker.
Susie Homemaker, you're a wonderful mother, isn't she? Isn't she?
Yeah.
So, and you're my favorite grandson, which is why I brought you these.
Christmas cookies. Thanks, Grandma.
You're very welcome.
Hey. You may not have any Christmas cookies. Until you give your mother one. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to see your mother's feeling better. It must have been really tough having the flu and taking care of 2 children alone.
Oh, Rachel, no. Why don't you take your costume and put it on and show Bridget and Kirkland how fabulous you look?
Okay.
See you later, Grandma.
Bye, darling. I'm sorry I can't come to your play, but you know I have that very important Christmas party that I have to get ready for.
You can see the video.
Would you bring it to the party later? Promise? Break a leg. The green one. Bye.
Thanks, Grandma.
Okay. Well, honey.
So, what's news? I haven't talked to you since
Justine.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling now that she's gone?
I wouldn't say it makes being without Ryan any easier, but it does somehow make me feel like he's resting a little more peacefully. How about you?
Well, she's still very much in our house.
Rachel, about what Justine said that night about Carl, I know it couldn't have been easy for you to hear, but...
No.
You just can't believe anything she said. She was a pathological liar.
Yeah, he denied it.
He never bought into her. He was on to her from the very start. So, what's bothering you?
Carl, he's...
What, crazy? I'm sorry. That is the word that Grant used when he came over here. Grant is worried about him.
Grant?
Rachel, you know, I guess I've finally come to the fact that, yes, my life is going to be somewhat empty without Ryan, but life does go on, and I'm just thinking maybe Carl hasn't gotten there yet.
No, he hasn't. And possibly there's something I can do to help him put it all behind him.
What?
My memory is starting to come back.
Joe!
Bambina!
Bambina?
Bambini? Get over here!
Oh, God, so much.
Well, I did think it was very nice of Tomas to have Gregory over to his and Luis's place for dinner.
Call me biased, but I think Gregory was outstanding in that play.
He made a terrific little elf, I'll tell you what. Well, I should get this kitchen packed tonight.
Show me what you want done.
No, thanks. No, because you don't know where any of this stuff goes.
I found my way around here pretty well this summer when you were gone.
Let's not go there now, okay?
Charlene, the kitchen will wait. It doesn't have to be done this minute. Besides, aren't we expected at the quarry? Now, be careful. Careful, don't...
You better. And Cass and Frankie and Charlie, but Morgan can't be.
Well, you know, Morgan and Cass still aren't really speaking.
They're not. That's terrible. It's the holidays. Okay, now, who else? Who else? Vicky and the boys.
Oh, good.
And John and Charlene and Gregory. Oh, hi, honey.
Hey. Listen, I'm gonna go get a dish to put the shelves in. Hi, Matt. I'll see you in a minute.
So, where's Donna? Don't tell me you guys are going to spend the night apart.
No, I'll be here. Donna's not coming.
Why not?
The marriage is over.
McKinnon, slow down. I want you to get lost.
I was on my way out, Colonel.
Out of Paulina's life permanently. Let me tell you something. You had your shot. You gave it your best shot. You weren't close. I want you to do the decent thing. Stop embarrassing yourself. And step down.
You don't know Paulina at all, do you?
Jake, I know her in ways you never did.
No,
You
Sam,
sure as
me
hell
and
never
Paulina,
will.
We're forever, all right? I may not be husband and wife with her right now, but that's because she's having your kid. Okay, but Paulina wants me around forever. She wants me in her life, and that's exactly where I'm gonna be. So you can look at me like your chaperone or your worst nightmare. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on you, Joe. And the second you slip up, and believe me, you will slip up, she will be right back in my arms because it's the only place she feels safe in the world. Ciao, chum.
So, you friends with Nick?
Oh, not really. Not at all if I can't live here with you and Joe. Paulina, please. I'm a very neat person, okay? I can water your plants. I can walk your dog. I can do anything you want. Anything. I can even stay out of your way.
Look, it's a little more complicated than just giving you your old room back.
Well, I could pay rent.
Paulina's pregnant.
What? Oh, my God. I can change diapers. I can babysit. Oh, my God. I'm going to be an aunt. Zia Sophia. Only I'll be much mellower than Aunt Franny. Much.
Take it easy. You're gonna get us all seasick over here.
I'm sorry.
No. I really love your enthusiasm.
Listen, chill for a minute, all right? We'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Okay. Oh, Nick, I thought you left.
I did. You know, I came back just to tell you that you're a real piece of work. You know that?
Oh, Nick, please don't be mad at me.
Hey, who's mad, huh? Just because you lied about everything. It's a real great basis for friendship.
Look, I had a good reason, okay?
Oh, really? Oh, this ought to be a Wait, let me brace myself.
Look, everything in my life has changed in the last couple of days, okay? So maybe I haven't handled things perfectly or the way you would have, but I just woke up one morning and I got on a bus. I never even said goodbye to Aunt Franny. I just took off. And I had to get out of there or I'd suffocate, you know? And living with my brother Joe was my only way out. But I had to sort of, you know, keep a low profile to plead my case directly to the source.
Make yourself comfortable. Hi, Grant.
Victoria, hi.
Where are Kirkland and Stephen?
Your father's bringing the boys over.
Great. Well, train set.
Yes, isn't it?
Are you okay?
I'm okay, I think.
I'm glad to see that you're here.
Let's put those presents under the tree, huh? Can I take your coat off?
Spill it.
Here we go.
Come here.
Put it right under.
Look, I've been trying to figure out how to tell you this, but,
I already know. And I think you should be really ashamed of yourself.
Tree looks beautiful, Rachel.
Oh, thank you.
So does your home.
Thank you.
Is Carl around?
Oh, I don't know where he is. He must be upstairs changing. I'm sure he'll be down any minute.
It's quite a thing, isn't it?
Oh. Yes, it is. I guess I wouldn't mind if it were a ping pong table or a very large dog, but trains and trestles aren't my favorite image right now. Too many bad memories.
You know, I hadn't thought of that, but you're absolutely right.
Means a lot to Carl, so I guess I'm trying not to let it bother me.
Good. Memories of that awful night don't belong at a Christmas party. If it were me, I'd put them right out of my head.
That's just my problem. I can't seem to do that. You see, the memories are coming back. And that seems to be all I can think about.
You waiting here for Charlene?
No, Charlene's not coming. We sold the farm today, you know.
I was afraid that was going to happen when I interviewed you for KBAY. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right, Matt. You didn't twist my arm. I wanted to go on there and take responsibility for Ben Michaels' death, make restitution. I just had no idea that I'd be hanging myself, which is exactly the way this is turning out.
When you lose everything you care about, you really need your friends, I know that. Would you come in, we'll have a drink. Misery loves company, you know?
Come on, Victoria, understand that. Matthew, look, I just came here so that Stephen and Kirkland can see their mom, that's all.
My mom can invite anybody she wants. It's her house.
Talk about pouring salt in the wound.
Come on, all I was
Just
trying
save
to...
it, all right? You're only making it worse.
I wouldn't tell Carl if I were you that I'm starting to remember. You know how obsessed he is with Ryan's death.
And Rachel, how much have you remembered?
Hello, one and all. 100,000 welcomes and a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from us. And welcome to you, dear boy. You know, it struck me again just now how in a certain directness of gaze. Yes, takes me all unawares.
Why don't you get Grant something to drink?
Oh, yes, indeed. Some of Helen's eggnog. Now, you have to be very careful, because the first few seem to do nothing. And then suddenly you find yourself blurting out your innermost secrets to a room full of strangers. Well, it's a good job we're all friends here, huh? Oh, they're having a good time, aren't they? Yeah, I've got a present for you. It's too good to put under the tree, so I'll give it to you before you leave. Don't let me forget. Right. Right, you little ones. Would you like to see the train work, would you? Right, flippity-gibbet. Right, Kirkland. Watch this. Watch. Here it comes. Oh, lovely.
Hello. Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Well, merry, merry. At least it is for some people. Oh, it was so freezing in here earlier. I had to put my gloves on. You know, I wanted you both to know.
It's Ryan's birthday.
Ryan proposed to me on Christmas Eve.
Hey, you two. Isn't it fun that the children went to sleep so early? It's much more difficult when they're older.
I'm sure it is.
Why don't you join us?
Okay, I will. This is very nice and very Christmassy.
Very.
Is it? Hi, Lorna,
Rachel. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, Gabe.
How's Carl doing?
Oh, he's just fine. Come on in and see for yourself.
Darling?
Oh, Donna, you're back from the dead. How convenient.
Faking suicide was a very foolish thing for me to
Faking
do.
is right up your alley, isn't it?
Matthew, please don't say that. My feelings for you have always been real. From the day that you convinced me that we belonged together, I gave you my heart forever.
Oh, well, it's too bad the rest of you couldn't be that faithful.